Report of the Southwest Development Commission Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025. Provisions on funding of the Commission. Accepted recommendation. Section 14, subsection 1. Section 14.1, retain. Those in support that 14.1 be retained, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. 14.2 be retained. Those in support that section 14.2 be retained, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. That, of course, follows section 14, sub 2A to be retained. Those in support, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support that section 14, subsection 2, B, D, and E be deleted, say aye. Those again, say nay. The ayes have it. Therefore, section 14, subsection 2, B, C, D, and E are hereby deleted. Report on the Southeast Development Commission Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025. Amendment of Section 15. Section 15A. Those in support that they provide provision of Section 15A as inserted herein be retained, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support that Section 15, subsection B, C, D, and E be deleted, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Accordingly, Section 15, subsection B, C, D are hereby deleted. Distinguished colleagues, those in support that Section E, Section 15, subsection E, be deleted, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Accordingly, Section 15, subsection E, of course, that follows D, E, F, G, and paragraph E, F, G, and H, respectively, are hereby deleted. Reports on the National Youth Service Corps Trust Fund Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025. Provision in the bill, Section 4. The trust fund shall consist of 0.2% of total revenue accruing to the Consolidated Revenue Fund. New provision. The trust fund shall consist of 0.2% of total revenue accruing to the consolidated fund of the Federation to be deleted. Those in support that Clause 4, subsection 1A, relating to the 0.2% fund, be deleted, while Section 4, subsection 1, be retained, but Section 4, subsection 4, 1A, be deleted. Say aye. Those again say nay. The ayes have it. Therefore, Section 4, subsection 1 is retained, while Section 4, subsection 1A is hereby deleted. Leader of the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues. I rise to move that the Senate reverse to plenary to enable the chairman to report progress. I so move.
Mr. President, I rise to second the motion appropriately moved by the Senate leader, but observes that having deleted Section A of Section 4.1, we should agree that the sections be renumbered. I so second, Mr. President.
Distinguished colleagues, two-legged support of the motion. One, that having recourse to the provision of Section 4.1, which says the trust fund shall consist of, and of course, 4.1A is deleted. Accordingly, it means that from B down in the Principal Act should be renumbered. Those in support that the renumbering should be carried out accordingly say aye. Those again say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded that we revert to plenary for the chair to report progress. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those again say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the Northwest Development Commission Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025 and approved as follows. Long title as recommended. Number of clauses. Amendment of section 14 as recommended. Interpretation clause as recommended. Short title as recommended. Schedules as explanatory memorandum as recommended. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole further considered the Southwest Development Commission Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025. And accordingly, long title was accepted as recommended. Clause 14 was accepted as recommended. Interpretation clause, short title, schedules, explanatory memorandum as inserted in the principal act. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole further considered the Southeast Development Commission Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025 and approved as follows. Long title as recommended. Clause 15 as recommended. Interpretation clause, short title, schedules, explanatory memorandum as inserted in the principal act. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole further considered the National Youth Service Corps Trust Fund Establishment Act Amendment Bill 2025 and approved as follows. Long title as recommended. Clause 4 as recommended. Interpretation clause, short title, schedules, explanatory memorandum as inserted in the principal act. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Let me thank the establishment and the committee of the whole for working on these amendments expeditiously in order to bring the various regional development bills in tandem with the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution, particularly Section 162, which clearly states that all funds accruing to the Federation shall be paid into the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation. And therefore, we cannot, through an act of Parliament, amend or delete that aspect of the constitutional provision. So by these various amendments, from the NYC Act to the Northwest Development Act to the Southeast Development Commission Act to the Southwest Development Commission Act, all are now brought into conformity with the Nigerian Constitution. And we shall now direct that they be transmitted to Mr. President for action. So I thank my colleagues for their contributions, their patience, and their patriotic zeal and dedication to the service of our fatherland. I thank you all. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, the second order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the report of the Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary on the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Amendment Bill 2025 SB 364. Distinguished senators will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Thursday, 9th May 2024. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Her Excellency, most distinguished Senator Banigo Ikpalibo Hari, Chairman of the committee, to move the motion for the presentation and consideration of the report.
Distinguished Senator Ikpalibo Banigo Hari.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate President, my distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Dr. Banigo, representing Rivers West Senatorial District. I rise to move that the Senate do receive and consider the report of the Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary on the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Amendment Bill 2025 SB 364.
Distinguished Senator Garba Maidoki.
The Senate President, Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, my name is Garba Musa Maidoki, representing Kebbi South Senatorial District. I hereby second the motion that the Senate do receive the report of the Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary report on the bill for the Act to amend the Orthopedic Hospital Management Board Act Cap 010 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria. I so second. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded that the report on the Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary of the Senate on Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Amendment Bill 2025 be submitted to the Senate for consideration. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished Senator Hari, you may wish to proceed to lay the report. Distinguished Senator Banigo Ipali Buhari, you may wish to summarize your report for other senators to make comments.
Your Excellency, distinguished the Senate President and my distinguished colleagues, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at its sitting on Thursday, the 9th of May, 2024, read for the second time the bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act, Cap 010 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to provide for the establishment of the Orthopedic Hospital, Toro, in Bauchi State, and for related matters, and referred same to the Committee on Health, Secondary and Tertiary, for further legislative action. This bill was sponsored by distinguished Senator Umar Shehu Buba and seeks to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Act to provide for the establishment of an orthopedic hospital in Toro in Bauchi State. The bill was considered and using the accepted methodology. Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, orthopedics is a specialized area of medicine concerned with the musculoskeletal system, responsible for many important functions. And orthopedic disorders such as fractures, musculoskeletal disorders, spinal disease, cancers, tumors, and congenital defects are suffered by many citizens without adequate care. It is important also to locate this specialist hospital in Toro, thereby bringing healthcare closer to residents of those densely populated urban and rural communities, and thereby giving them a better standard of life, expanding their lifespans. This hospital will also serve the people of the neighboring states and Nigeria in general. And so our objectives have been that the Federal Orthopedic Hospital, when established in Toro, in Bauchi State, will provide services, diagnostic services, treatment services, from traumatic events such as accidental falls, car accidents, sports injuries, and other emergencies. The Orthopedic Hospital will be affiliated to the Federal Medical Center, Toro, in Bauchi State, and provide specialized orthopedic treatments for our peoples. And so our recommendation, Your Excellency, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues, we are recommending that after a clause-by-clause consideration of the bill, that the amended bill be approved as recommended. In conclusion, the committee greatly appreciates the President of the Senate, the Deputy President of the Senate, the entire Senate leadership, and all distinguished colleagues for the opportunity given to serve in this capacity. I so submit, Your Excellency.
Yes, this is Senator Plan.
President of the Senate, Chairman of the National Assembly, distinguished colleagues, I am Senator Dicket Plan, Senator representing Plateau Central, and Plateau Central shares boundary both from all angles with Bauchi State, Toro in particular, where this proposed bill stands for. I rise to support this bill and to support the recommendation made by the Committee on Health for the passage of this bill to enable us have an orthopedic hospital in Bauchi State and Toro in particular. Mr. President of the Senate and my colleagues, when it comes to health and education, we cannot have enough. And particularly when we want to talk about technical areas in education and also technical areas in health, I think these are areas that will need our attention and will need our support. The orthopedic hospitals, if we look at the establishment of these technical hospitals, you will all know that they are not enough. And that's why in most cases people travel very long and ill persons to get special attendance in this area. And if we will be granted with one in Toro, I am very certain that it will go a long way indeed to meet the needs of our people. It will only be cited in Toro, but I want to assure you that the beneficiaries will go beyond Bochi, will go beyond just Toro. I rise to say that, to appreciate the well-written process, screening or well-written process followed by the Committee on Health. And I ask that this bill does not need so many debates, but that this bill will just be supported by us and allowed to undergo this next process of legislation. I so support.
Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. What is that? They're debating it now. You can make contribution. Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Senator Victor. Mr. President, this is a report from the Committee on Health and the establishment of Orthopedic Hospital in Toro, in Bauchi State, ably sponsored by my brother and friend, Senator Buba Shehu. Mr. President, I rise to say that we should move to consider this report by the Committee of the Whole, because we have debated this long ago, during the second reading. So we should go on and consider this report and do the needful. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Let me invite the leader of the Senate to move that we're going to clause by clause consideration of the bill. And thank everybody for their contributions. Can we go into Committee of the Whole? Can you move a motion for us to go to Committee of the Whole?
Mr. President, I stand to move a motion that we go into Committee of Whole to consider the report. I so move.
Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I support the motion that the Senate resolves into the Committee of the Whole to consider the report. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded that we do resolve in the Committee of the Whole to go into clause by clause consideration of the report. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Cap 010, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and to provide for the establishment of the Orthopedic Hospital Toro, Bauchi State, and for related matters, SB 364. Those in support of the long title on page 1 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support that clauses 1 to 4 form part of the principal act say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support that the interpretation clause 2 on the schedule 3, 4, and 5 form part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support that the explanatory memorandum as amended form part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the Senate.
May I request, Mr. President, to report progress in plenary?
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, sitting as chair, I second the motion that the Senate to plenary to enable the chair report progress. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded that this August Assembly reverts the plenary for the chair to report progress. Those in support of the motion as moved and seconded say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, the Senate in the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Tertiary, on Health, Secondary and Tertiary Education, on the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Amendment Bill 2025 and approved as follows. Long title as recommended. Number of clauses 1 to 3 as recommended. Interpretation clause as inserted therein. Short title clause 4 as recommended. Clauses, other clauses as inserted therein. Explanatory memorandum as recommended. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Let me thank the committee for a job well done. Our distinguished Senator Ipalibo Banigo Hari on this amendment to accommodate the orthopedic hospital at Toro in Bauchi State and for related matters. I thank you for doing a very good job and thank members of your committee and especially thank my dear colleagues for their patriotic contributions that has enabled us to have this bill before us today. Leader of the Senate. Leader of the Senate, please Can you move a motion for us to finalize the third reading on this bill? As amended.
To adjourn.
Third reading as amended. Move a motion to conclude the bill by...
Thank you, Mr. President, and very distinguished colleagues. I rise to move that the bill be now read for the third time. I so move.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I second the motion that the bill be read the third time. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, having concluded the amendments done by the committee and having taken the report, a motion has been moved and seconded that this bill be now read a third time. Those in support of the third reading of this bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, the clerk of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished senators, a bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Cap 010, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to provide for the establishment of the Orthopedic Hospital, Toro, Bauchi State, and for related matters, 2025 SB 364, third reading.
Distinguished colleagues, a bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act Cap 010, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2002 and 4, to provide for the establishment of the Orthopedic Hospital in Toro, Bauchi State, and for related matters 2025. Third reading taken and pass. Senate Leader.
Well, I thank you, Mr. President, and very distinguished colleagues. Having concluded today's proceedings on the order paper, I hereby move that the Senate do adjourn till Thursday, the 13th day of February 2025 at 11 a.m. I so move, Mr. President.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I second the motion that the Senate adjourns to Thursday, 13th of February 2025 for the next legislative day. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, to enable us to proceed to our committees to conclude on the existing issue of budgets and other committee considerations, the Senate Leader has moved a motion that, having concluded today's items on the order paper, that this August Assembly stands adjourned to Thursday, the 13th day of February 2025, and the motion has been seconded by the Minority Leader, distinguished Senator Abamoro. Those in support of the motion that move and second, they say aye. Those against say nay.
Nay.
Ayes have it. Accordingly, the Senate is hereby adjourned to Thursday, the 13th day of February 2025 at 11 a.m. prompt.